Hi, my name is Ganesh Shetty. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant, and I am here with the latest news from GST. That's nothing but GSTR department has launched a new form called GSTR 1A. You must be thinking, what is this form GSTR 1A, right? So I'll get into that details, and I'm going to explain entire process how you can file GSTR 1A also. Before that, I want to make it very clear conceptually what is GSTR 1 and what is GSTR 3B. In fact, that's very important to know before we get into a detailed understanding of GSTR 1A. So what is GSTR 1? Let us understand that first. So GSTR 1 is nothing but it's a sales return. Every GST registered person has to upload their sales details, which is done during the last month or the previous month on or before 11th of subsequent month. So every details, whether it might be B2B, B2C, all details has to be uploaded in a single form called GSTR 1. So as a salesperson, right, if I upload all my details in GSTR 1, which is my sales details, in fact, for the other purchaser, it will also be uploaded. Basically, other parties' purchase details also will be uploaded at the same time. Everybody by the 11th of the month, if they complete their uploading process of sales, and in fact, everyone's purchase details also will be uploaded by then. So this is a regular process. Everyone are doing it. There was one glitch. I'm stressing upon this point because the glitch is not there right now. There is one glitch. If I, being a GST registered person, if I upload all my sales details, if I make a small clerical error in that GST one form, right? So instead of uploading 20,000 as my sales, one of the sales, if I make a 25,000, there's no option other than paying tax for that extra sales which I declared by mistake. So this is there from long time, from the inception of the GST was made it live, which is nothing. I think you know that it's around 2000 in 2017 July onwards, right? From then everyone are facing this issue. Nobody can update or amend GSTR 1 details at any cost. So the biggest problem for all the auditors or tax experts, including GST people who have registered. So this is being rectified now. So no more struggle. Anybody who wants to amend or correct the details which has wrongly uploaded in GSTR 1, now they can upload with the help of the GSTR 1F form. So another form which you need to know is GST 3B. So basically, once GST 1 is filed, all input details everyone will be able to see it in GST 2B form. So that reconciliation will be done between 11th to 20th of the month. And before that, any reconciliation, you can actually talk to your vendor and make the corrections possible. But in fact, that input will be available in the next month for sure. But before 20th of every month, every GST registered person has to file GST 3B after making the GST payment. So that reconciliation has to be done. Payment has to be done as per the net GST payable, and then every GST person, registered person has to file GST 3B return. This is the regular process. So as I mentioned, from July 2024 onwards, we have an option to amend it. So let's talk about that. What is GST 1A? And I'm going to show you, in fact, the process, how exactly you can file GST 1 return also in this video. So first of all, is there any due date? Of course, there is no specific due date, but there is a due date fixed. Like for example, after GST 1 file, so which is in fact last date is 11th of next month, right? From there up to 20th, before we file the GST 3B, so return, you can file or amend GST 1 information through GST 1A form. So this is a due date, in fact, which is not a fixed due date. And one more question, is it mandatory to file GST 1A by everyone? Really, there is no mandatory. If you wanted to file, if you wanted to change any information which is wrongly uploaded in GST 1, then only you have to file it. Otherwise, there is no requirement, there is no mandatory to file GST 1A return every month. And whatever 1A correction has been done and whatever information already filed in GST 1, both will be considered for the purpose of GST 3B. These few things are very important to understand. Now, let us understand with a case study how you can actually file GST 1A. So for this, I have a very, very interesting and unique example as a case study. So basically, I take this example. So what has happened? We filed a return for the month of, let's assume, we filed return for the month of July. So now what happened? There is an error. So one of the party has not given me a GST number in the before 11th of the August, right? Because by then I would have filed my return. So after that, he is giving me a GST number. So by then, what I would have done? What I would have done is that, so basically I will consider him as a B2C customer, right? I will not consider the basic, the B2B as that customer as a B2B. So I would have filed my return without considering that as a B2B customer. So in that case, what is the impact? The other party who have not given me GST number, he will never get an input, so that he's going to lose that entire input forever. So right now I am in the process of correcting that. Let's assume that, let's see how I can correct this particular error in my GSTR 1A return. Let's see that in a easiest process. So first of all, it's a normal process. Let's assume I've already filed GSTR 1. Now I am filing the GSTR 1A. Now, as usual, I will get into the log into the GST portal. And once I log in, what I have to do, I have to go to dashboard. I'll be selecting the month for which I have to file GSTR 1A. So in my example, I'm selecting July month because I wanted to file GSTR 1A for the month of July. So here you can see, so there is a tab, right? GSTR 1 already filed. So you can see next to that, amendment of outward supplies, goods or services for current tax period, GSTR 1A. So there is an option to file prepare online. Right now, I can click on prepare online. I will be able to file GSTR 1A from here. So once I click on prepare online, right, basically in GSTR 1A, you can see the exact interface which is available for basically for the GSTR 1, right? But it's not. It looks exactly same, but it's not. So there are two tabs, two category you can say. So first one is add record details. So when I scroll down, right, I can see one more, it is hidden. So that is nothing but amend record details. So these two are important. If I wanted to upload any new invoices or something like that, then I can add it in the first category. And if I need to upload or update or amend any of the information which I already declared, then this is the place, amend record details. Here I will be able to update. So it's nothing exactly same as same as the GST 1 only. So just that I have to make the updates now. Now in my example, what I have to do? So I have to actually amend B2C details because I have already declared some amount in B2C, and that I have to update. Basically, whatever I declared, I have to reduce that portion, and then I have to add new bill under B2B with the GST numbers. That's how I can correct it. I hope you are on track with my example. So first thing, what I will do, I'll go into the amendment column, B2C. I'll select the month July. It's already selected. So I have to correct in the state of Karnataka because this particular bill related to Karnataka only. I've selected Karnataka and I click on amend record. And then when I click on that, whatever I have already declared in the actual return, GST 1 return, which will reflect because I'm making amendment right now, correct? So let me click on that. So I can see the 3,57,340 rupees is the actual declared amount for the entire B2C, all customer together, right? B2C means business to customer. Customer in business to customer case, I'll not have any GST number, so that I have to declare in bulk only with the GST amount and everything. Karnataka within state, so that's CGST and SGST I have already declared. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to reduce this amount for the purpose of GST 1A. So let me recalculate. Okay, instead of 3,57,000, what I'm going to do, I am going to add the revised number, so which is nothing but 3,39,840 rupees. So accordingly, as and when I updated this number, accordingly revised CGST, SGST already filled. So then I will click on save. So this much only I have to do it. Right now you can see the revised number has been updated here, which is appearing here. So that I uploaded this much information. Now I'll go back, and when I see after going back, right, in the amend record details, I can see one update has been done in amended B2C others. So this is done. So now what I've done in B2C, out of that particular amount, I will reduce that portion of the amount, which is related to one customer. He has given me a GST number right now. What I can do right now, so I have to go to B2B, so regular thing. So like in 1A, B2B invoices, I'll go inside and I'll add that particular invoice details. So I'm inside right now. I'll click on add record so that I can add that particular B2B details right now. I've already reduced that, right? So I'll type that particular party GST number here in the recipient GSTN or UAN column. So I could see the party name also. Then I will type the invoice number, which is earlier treated as B2C, but now it's a B2B. So I'm typing that particular invoice number also. Then I'll select the invoice date, actual date, which is in the month of July 20. The number is July 28th is the date. So I selected total invoice value, which I have reduced equivalent to that 20,650 including tax. I've uploaded that. So right now I'll go in the taxation, taxable income column, like taxable sales column. So 17,500 is the actual taxable portion of that particular sales, which I reduced from the B2C. So accordingly, tax also calculated, CGST, SGST. So everything I'm checking whether I made correct record or not. Then I'm going to be clicking on the save button. So these details has been uploaded. So now I have done my job. It's only one scenario I have to update right now. So I'll come back and I'll check whether this is uploaded correctly or not. I can see the summary also here, which is correct. One invoice is in processed already. So I'll go back and check in the add record column. I can see there is a one number of GST B2B invoice also updated. So in my case study, one correction, I will summarize. I have to reduce from the B2C column. I have already done it in the first process and in the amend record details. And also I have updated in the B2B add record column and I have done everything. So then what I have to do, I have to click on generate summary. So I clicked on generate summary. It has been, request has been received. I have to wait for some time. And after some time, I can refresh page and I can check also. So when I see that, so assume I'll be able to see this particular column, the tab called proceed to file. So summary is being generated right now. I'll click on proceed to file or summary. And moment when I clicked on that, I'll be able to see the entire summary, including the summary which I made a changes also. So I'll scroll down till the end of this particular summary. At the end, I'll be able to see the changes which I have made. You can clearly see there is a changes comparison also is being given. So GST 1 as well as GST 1A, both the comparison I can see there, so that I'll be able to ensure whatever changes I'm making, whether it's correctly made it or not. So once that is done, so there is a tab I can click upon. So which is basically in this case, there is no much change except this reducing from, so taxation effects are not there. So additional tax liability, reducing tax liability, nothing is happening because I'm reducing in B2C and I'm adding in B2B. That's all changes I'm doing it. Apart from the, there are many changes. Majorly comes is that, so which is basically we have to amend certain invoices. In that case, amend B2B, I have to go. In that B2B, I can search based on the invoice number. So based on the invoice number, which is already uploaded, I can import that and I'll be able to import that particular invoice details and I can correct it. So in my example, no such corrections are required. I'm doing some like swapping between the B2C and B2B. That's all. This is a regular requirement, I could say. This will always come in regular practices, right? So now the summary is generated. I verified also. I'll click on file statement. I clicked on that. After that, nothing more work. I'll just have to select the party from the authorized signatory details, and I'm generating file EVC OTP kind of thing. So I have generated OTP, and also I'm entering that OTP. And after entering OTP, just that I have to click on submit button, verify, and then the return filing is being filed. So this is a process overall. So various things, various corrections can be done. So in my case, I have filed GSTR 1A return for the month of in my example, it is for the month of July. So I hope you have learned this. Now, how to file GSTR 1A return. So somewhere I feel personally, it was a very basic requirement for any GST registered person, right? To amend every time. The clerical error always happens. Generally, which is generally done till this year in the form of GSTR 9. So right now, every month we can correct it, we can amend it. So whether it might be B2B details, B2C details, everything, you'll be able to amend it So that is the one new feature has come out. So GSTR 1A, we call it as this can be filed from now onwards. So this is all about the GSTR 1A. If you are interested in more topics like this in the taxation, in the accounting, HR domain, so you can definitely follow our page, follow our YouTube channel, FinCurious Official, or also if you have any questions around GST 1A for this particular topic, please do comment below, and we are happy to answer all your comments. So that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. So all the best. Bye bye. See you.